It's crazy to think about how a game that was completely dying out can turn around so quickly and make a comeback just because of one game mode. But that is exactly what Fortnite did. I mean, let's be honest, this game was completely dying out. But once they took it in a battle royale direction, it blew up, becoming probably one of the most played games to date, with hundreds and thousands of players who continuously log on daily. I mean, this game is played constantly, and I even know personally people who will refuse to touch other games because they will solely just want to play Fortnite. They just want to keep the grind going, become better at the game, and just pretty much be the best. It kind of reminds me of myself with Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty used to be a huge game in the FPS community. Everybody wanted to play it. Everybody wanted to be the best at it. And I think that's what really fuels games, is when they're that addicting and they have this type of play style that makes you want to become the best. You want to be better than every other person who touches this game. And that's where Fortnite comes into play. It has a very addicting side to certain people. It's not really addicting to everybody. Like myself, I could care less for Fortnite. It's a fun game, but it doesn't get me hooked. But I swear on my life, there is so many people out there who will refuse to touch any other game besides this game. And I can't complain about it. I can't even make fun of them because, I mean, I was just the same, except it was with Call of Duty. But certain games have that hook on people. But with that being said, can Call of Duty hold up to games that are coming out in the future? I mean, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is coming out. We have Battlefield 5 that's coming out. There's a lot of competitive shooters which are probably going to take over a huge chunk of the marketplace when those games do drop. Can Fortnite still hold their fan base and keep pushing at the same rate that they are currently? Now, I know a good chunk of you guys who are watching this will probably be saying, no, Fortnite is not going to make it. It is a horrible game, and Call of Duty and Battlefield are going to wipe it out. And I also know there's another side of you guys who absolutely adore Fortnite, and you will hope that this game probably lasts forever, and you probably already in your mind know that this game is going to last for a very long time to come. But this is an unbiased discussion I'm trying to bring up here. And I'm not too big of a fan of Fortnite, but personally, in my opinion, off of facts and just how this game plays, I think this game is going to last a very long time. Yes, I know this game is very cartoonish. Yes, I know this game kind of tends to more of the kids crowd, but that doesn't mean anything for the core gameplay. Just because the graphics look a certain way, and they have this sort of, I don't want to say childish, but it's more of a cartoonish rub off on people, it does not mean it is a bad game. Deep down inside, what makes people continuously return to certain games is how the game plays. I mean, you don't just go back to Call of Duty because it looks awesome and it's so, gory and stuff. No, you go back to Call of Duty because of the fast-paced game style. You don't go back to Battlefield for I guess the realistic visuals. You go back to Battlefield for the awesome gameplay, the vehicles being implemented into the game style. You go back for the variety of weapons and how the Conquest game mode is so much fun and it overruns pretty much any other game that comes out. Everybody has their own reason for why they go back to certain games. Fortnite has its own as well. It's all about the crafting in Fortnite. And honestly, I would have never imagined this being the next wave of games to come out. And it's not the Battle Royale theme that makes Fortnite so popular. It's the combat that makes it so popular. That when you engage with people, it's not just the guns that are involved with it, but it's also who can outcraft the other person. I'm still in shock that this is the next wave of popular game styles. I thought it was going to end with Minecraft, but obviously I was completely wrong and they're going to continuously push this out. But this is going to be hard for competition to actually take over Fortnite. I mean, let's think back in the past. Call of Duty was very popular because it had a fast-paced game style, easily able to be replaced, and many other companies can make games to replicate Call of Duty very easily. Take Ironside, for example. Free-to-play game, plays just as good as Call of Duty, almost the same exact concept of Call of Duty, but in a free-to-play form. We can use Battlefield as an example as well. Games like Squad, Rising Storm 1 and 2, Insurgency, Insurgency Sandstorm, all these games have a semi-Battlefield feel to them. They're not exactly like Battlefield, don't get me wrong, they're all a lot more realistic than Battlefield, but game type wise, vehicle mechanics, all this other stuff is almost similar to Battlefield as well. So both these games have pretty much copyable game styles, But Fortnite is so insanely unique with the crafting skills. It's just in its own little world. At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if Epic Games decided to patent their idea with the building mechanics. Now, they can't completely patent it because, let's be honest, Minecraft has already come out with all their building stuff. You probably can't patent the idea of building while in conflict as well because Minecraft has done that too. But maybe you can patent the idea of the types of building mechanics, like the slants, the walls, the rooftops, those type of things. You can probably get away with that, and you would be able to make sure Fortnite would never be able to be copied again, which would be insanely pretty much overpowering, and nobody else would be able to take control of Fortnite. So Fortnite would be a behemoth in the gaming community. Now, I understand the whole saying of pretty much every game dies. Every game will eventually die down, the hype will be lost, people will find something else, and there will be different games and game styles, new stuff that will take over the marketplace, things that are much different than what we're playing with pretty much now. Trust me, I completely get it, and I am one who actually believes in that as well. I honestly think that after a certain amount of time, games will die down. I mean, Call of Duty isn't completely dead yet, Battlefield isn't completely dead yet, but their concepts will be remade eventually in the future, and it might wipe them clean. We have no clue, and it's never for certain that things will last. But we also have to look at the facts of how long the veteran games that we are currently playing now that have been out for a very long time have lasted as well. Fortnite is coming into this fresh, a fresh concept, a fresh game. They're the beginning of a wave that is just starting. This whole creative crafting conflict wave where you are pretty much crafting warfare, I guess you can call it. I'm not sure. I'm probably not going to be part of this wave, but it's going to be a brand new hyped up wave, and it's fresh. But the veteran games are out now. Let's take Call of Duty for example. They have made 15 games. They make them yearly. Call of Duty has been in this game for almost about 15 years. That is an insanely long time, and their hype isn't completely dead yet. There's still hundreds and thousands of people who buy their games every single year. Battlefield has made about 11 games in total, and they don't even make their games yearly. They're about every 2 to 3 years. So these companies have been in this for so long. And Fortnite, yes, it has been out for a while, but they haven't been popular for a while. What's popular is the Battle Royale crafting game mode. That's what's popular right now. The survival, it's cool and all, but that's not what's getting the people to come in right now. It's all about the Battle Royale. Now, some people out there will probably say it's just a Battle Royale game mode. Yes, it has the really cool crafting features in it, which really makes it stand apart from a lot of games, but at the end of the day, at its core, it is a Battle Royale game mode. And honestly, we don't know how long these game modes are going to last. Battle Royale may last 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and maybe even just a month more. Who knows? People might get bored of it, and it might die down. But honestly, Fortnite could probably even make a frickin' TTM game mode. As long as they allow you to build in it, people will not care. That's probably why I don't play this game that much as well, because it's literally just all revolved around crafting. That's the core of this game. I'm more of a, you see someone, you have to use the cover you got and kill them with the weapon you got. This game is a completely different story. It's more about the crafting and who can outbuild one another before you get into the gunfights. And that's what people love. So you can make domination, team deathmatch, you can even make freaking search and destroy for this game, for Christ's sake. As long as you allow them to build, people will still play this game. But that about sums up this point, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Me personally, I think Fortnite's going to last a very long time. They have the potential to last for years to come, and probably even be up to par with games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, The Division, all these AAA company-made games. I think it could stand up with them and easily compete against them. I am extremely curious about all of your opinions as well, so make sure you leave them down in the comments section on whether you think Fortnite is going to make it in the long run, or if it's just going to die off super quick when all these other titles are finally released. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you also enjoyed the content, subscribe to the channel and share it with all your friends. Also hit that bell button to be notified on all my recent content. And if you don't feel like hitting that bell button, you can always follow me on Twitter, because on Twitter I always make sure I post when my videos are being posted And I post a link to the video when it's posted, so you can always check it out on there as well. As always, thank you for checking out the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.